So welcome to the Hidden Pond Apartments here in Amherst, New Hampshire. This is 28 units of affordable rental housing developed by NeighborWorks Southern New Hampshire. We completed this development back in August of 2013, and we quickly filled right up. This was an exciting project for NeighborWorks. It's the first project in this part of the state that we've been able to develop, and the very first family affordable housing in the town of Amherst. So I think you'll see, even on a rainy day here in Amherst, Hidden Pond is kind of a shining star. You'll notice as you look around the 5 buildings, they were done in a historic fashion. We really tried. We actually are in the expanded historic district here in Amherst, and so we were required to build the buildings with historic aspects. They are all townhouse units, but you can see they look like one large building. So in the town, we obviously worked with the planning and zoning departments and the historic district commission. The town was responsive. There's a clear need in this community. We are not far from the Massachusetts border, and Nashua is the closest major city. So there's a clear demand here in Amherst, and it filled up very quickly. Here at Hidden Pond, all of our families are at or below 50 and 60% of the area median income. This is a low-income housing tax credit project. We also have CDBG funds that we worked with the town to secure, and very, very important, we have Federal Home Loan Bank of Boston AHP funds in this project. We're always very pleased to be able to work with the bank, and this project is no different. So folks really seem to enjoy living here in Amherst. They like being in the woods. We've gotten lots of comments from folks who came from Manchester or from Nashua who really are happy to not be in a city. They've wanted the wooded feel, and so it's kind of a nice to be able to offer that woodsy feeling to families. You'll see there's a pond out back, and there's some green space for kids to play, so it's really a safe environment for families. The historic piece was a bit of a challenge in that anytime you have to go to a different commission or board, it just adds a layer of complexity. The Town Historic Commission, they were willing to work with us, and there's some unique aspects to these buildings that with the naked eye you may not notice. Our windows, we have simulated divided light and true divided light with the grids that are in between the windows. We have a couple of walls of wood siding on the buildings. There's some vinyl and some wood, and that was at the special request of the Historic District Commission. The chimneys, you'll notice, also, we don't actually have fireplaces in our units, but those were a request of the District Commission as well. So it's just things that are integral and unique to the town of Amherst. Amherst is a very historic town here in southern New Hampshire, and it was certainly a pleasure to be able to do a development in the historic district, and so we were obviously willing and happy to work within the constraints of the requirements that they have. So I mean, we have 5 really pretty buildings, all with some historic significance, so it was fun to do. So I think you'll see out back here we have lots of green space. The kids are obviously in school right now, but they're looking forward to doing some gardening projects out here. I know on the weekends and after school they're always playing out here. You'll see all the bikes leaned up against. They have lots of play space that the parents really love, that they feel secure and safe and secure here at Hidden Pond. And we have green space behind all the buildings. Apparently we have geese. I think you'll notice too, the backs of the buildings are equally as attractive as the fronts of the buildings. Everyone loves sitting out here in the evenings. They get together and talk with their neighbors. They really have formed a pretty phenomenal community here at Hidden Pond, and they look out for each other. They do projects together, and it's a special place.